What's up, guys? I'm Haxfo from Lure Games, and welcome to episode 1 of the Average Adventures of a Miscreant. This is Planetside 2, and if you haven't heard of it, well, you're nuts. Anyways, Planetside 2 is an absolutely amazing game, and this is going to be something of a crazy little Let's Play series. Let's get started. Alright, anyways, guys. To start off, I suppose I should give a brief little overview of exactly what Planetside 2 is for those of y'all that are nuts. It is an MMO FPS, basically an MMO first-person shooter. So you have 3 factions: the Terran Republic, who are red and black, the New Conglomerate, who I'm playing as, which are blue and gold, and the Vanu Sovereignty, purple guys. They have lasers. And they're basically fighting for control of Araxis, which is right now only 3 continents large. Oh, that was a lucky kill. Oh my, planes. And so you have 3 continents, basically, which more or less are your maps, but each of them is made up of about 60 or so normal-sized FPS maps. All of it consistent world, none of it's instant based or anything. So right now basically what I've done is instant action, which puts me in a platoon or squad, it's a platoon or a squad, just like any other normal FPS, but just on a large scale like the rest of Planetside 2. But the instant action actually put me rather far away from the rest of my platoon, so right now I'm trying to get there, which, as you'll see in just a moment, really doesn't work out the way I planned. However, before I actually go anywhere, I'm trying to fix my sound levels, because as it is in-game, I can't hear anybody talking, which is bad in this game, because it requires a lot of teamwork if you're rolling with a large platoon. But anyways, I finally got that mostly sorted out, and I'm heading off towards Macalla Tech Plant, where the rest of my platoon is. And this right here is a perfect example of why you always watch where you're going, because that's a cliff. And I died. Good job, me. Fortunately, this death did allow me to respawn closer, or actually right at Macalla Tech Plant, where the rest of my platoon was, which was really nice, as I was finally able to go in and play around with the rest of my squad. What I'm doing here is actually changing my loadout, because since we're fighting in a tech plant, it's a bit closer quarters than, say, a battle rifle would really work out well for. What I'm using here is my loadout with a carbine, with a suppressor, hollow sight, and a laser, which, as it turns out, was probably a pretty good decision. And unfortunately, buying that flash earlier, which I drove off a cliff immediately, took my resources down enough that I could not spawn a tank or anything else really, which I was a bit bummed out about. But seeing as we kind of stayed, well, our next objective wasn't terribly far from Macalla, it didn't really matter that much. Those gold and green beams of light rising into the sky you can see off in the distance are the platoon and squad markers, respectively. Your platoon leader and squad leader can set those, and it basically tells you where to go, seeing as you're fighting in such a large area that, well, it's kind of bad if you don't know where you're going. And thankfully, one of the platoon members, actually Delta Lead, I believe, let me get in this tank, so I didn't have to walk all the way there. And he had a nice enforcer mounted on his secondary, which is a lot of fun to play around with, even if I'm a bad shot, because I am. Anyways, after passing through that field, force field, Delta Lead and I finally made it to Araxicom substation, where his objective was. My objective was actually fairly long distance off, but you know, I'm an idiot. See, I actually thought I was supposed to be somewhere else, but as the giant green beacon in the sky proclaims, I'm actually supposed to be here at Araxicom. This is a really simple cap because we have so much armor and a full platoon here, and the Vanu had practically nobody here. Our next objective was Split Peak Pass. Actually, while we're here and not doing much, I suppose I should probably explain how the capture system works. It's fairly simple, like most FPSs that, you know, have capture the flag or hold the point or domination or whatever. You go to whatever base you're capturing, and it will have up to, I believe, 3 control points that you stand around to capture, much like Battlefield, Battlefront, all those good games, amazing games. And you just stand around there, and then you'll eventually capture it. There's a little progress bar up in the top center of the screen that will gradually fill up as you capture that point. And then once you have it, you just have to defend the point until the little bar above your minimap fills all the way up, and there will be a little countdown timer there, which is helpful because I'm bad at estimating time. Anyways, now that we have pretty well captured Araxicom, we're going to start heading up to Split Peak Pass. Our squad lead sent Bravo and Delta up there to help soften up the defenses. Charlie at this point was sent someplace else. I don't exactly remember where, with the downsides of post-commentary, because I have short-term memory loss. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Quiet. Anyways, so at this point I was kind of split off from the rest of my squad, but seeing as I did have, you know, a Vanguard, which is our main battle tank, convoy with me, I wasn't terribly worried. Split Peak Pass really didn't put up much of a fight either. The TR had maybe 7 or 8 people there, and in a game like this, that is an incredibly small amount of people. A lot of large bases, sometimes you'll have up to 100 people on both sides fighting it out. Pretty cool. Anyways, while there's kind of a break in the action, I'll go ahead and apologize for the really bad quality of this video. I'm using the in-game recording thing, which doesn't record sound, or it doesn't record voiceover, I guess I should say, and it's got some pretty bad recording quality. I mean, it says it's got high, but don't believe it, it doesn't. I'm doing most of this voiceover post-commentary in Windows Movie Maker, so I'm sorry for the bad sound quality or voice quality. This is a cheap Walmart mic, so yeah. Hopefully I'll be getting, you know, Fraps or Bandicam or something like that soon, and maybe TeamSpeak, so that perhaps I can get y'all some better quality videos soon, and maybe get some more subscribers if I ever get any. Yeah, that's not very positive. Dan, shut up. Oh my! I just realized I've only recorded about a fourth of the total voiceover I'm going to do for this episode. That puts a crink in my neck. Oh, scythes. Bad scythes. Or was that a... yeah, that was a scythe. Post commentary. Yeah, this commentary stuff is really harder than it looks. Basically, now there's just a few guys up top in that tower, mostly heavy assaults with their rocket launchers, trying to shoot either down at us tanks or up at some of the air support we've got going around. The new conglomerate's ESF, or Empire Specific Fighter, is actually called the Reaver. Most pilots for the new conglomerate complain that it's not really as good as the TR's Mosquito or the Vanu's Scythe. It's slower, it's got a little bit more armor, not much. That's basically it. It's just kind of not as good against the other ESFs as the other two factions. which I'm not a pilot because I'm absolutely terrible at flying in this game. It's horrific, I think. Um, but so a lot of our pilots complain about it, and supposedly it's not as good as the others. I wouldn't know because I can't fly it. But anyways, that's a look at the platoon screen. It's made up of 4 squads. Squads up to 12 people. Platoon, therefore, can have up to 48 people. Pretty sweet. Yep. Until you actually get in the game, you don't realize just how big this game can be. I mean, servers can have, I think, 3,000 players on them, which is crazy. Like, you know, Battlefield on PC has, what, 64 players total? That's big for most games, but this Planetside 2 absolutely blows it out of the water. It's not necessarily the best game. I mean, I love it. It's amazing because I don't play that many other games, but it's such a huge game, and it looks decent, pretty good for the size it is. That I don't know. It won a lot of awards at E3 last year, so that's got to count for something, right? Anyways, we're about to capture Split Peak, so I assume that our platoon leader... Oops, my bad. I accidentally shot at that galaxy, which is a friendly. Anyways, I believe the platoon leader is updating waypoints and objectives for all the squads now, so hopefully we'll be getting a change of scenery. That big plane you saw me shoot at is called a Galaxy. It is a 12-person, 11 passengers and a pilot capacity. It's huge, has I think 4 weapon slots. It's not the greatest attack vehicle, but it's such a huge transport vehicle it can get almost anywhere very quickly that it's pretty valuable for small squads, even some larger platoons and outfits. What was I gonna say? Bollocks. See, this commentary stuff is a lot harder than it sounds or looks. I mean, you have to keep speaking pretty much on end, and it's hard, especially, I'll bet, for live comms. I don't know if I'm really gonna do that many of those, because this is hard enough as it is, and I can stop and you might not even hear this. Yeah, that's cool. Whee! Driving underneath the wing of a Galaxy that parked in the middle of a road where there's a tank convoy. Good job, genius. Anyways, we are moving out to... where is it right now? Okay, we're heading out to Silver Valley Arsenal, which is a small outpost, so shouldn't be too terribly hard, especially with this number of tanks. Coming down the hill right here, I can see a bunch of friendly, we call them blueberries. If they're not in your platoon, their names show up blue. They're fighting off against some, looks like some TR over there. No? Looks like Vanu. At that tech plant or biolab or whatever it is. Anyways, we're driving past and I let off a few rounds with the Enforcer. But down the road over here with all the Sunderers and tanks, we're heading to Silver Valley Arsenal. That big bus thing you just saw is called a Sunderer. It is a 12-person transport, kind of similar to the Galaxy, except it's, you know, not a flying pig. It has a driver and 2 gunners, plus 9 passengers. So, where the Galaxy is a bit bigger, it's easier to get into small bases, and it can act as a mobile spawn point, so it's really valuable. I'm just waiting for when they let Galaxies spawn in like they used to. So here I'm going to get out of the tank and attempt to go capture the command point here in this base. Fortunately, it doesn't look like there's really much resistance. I haven't actually seen anybody yet, so I'm just going to crawl through a window because that's cool, and I'm acrobatic. parkour. Come in through the back door. It's really hard to keep track of all directions in a game such as this, because there's just so many vectors you can be attacked on. It's crazy. Anyways, up the staircase, and there is the TR control point. So you see up at the top center, the bar went down, and now it's going back up in blue. That signifies that I'm capturing it. It's turned blue now. We've captured it, and the little progress bar down in the bottom left is slowly going down off of red, and it's going to start eventually filling up as the NC captures it. So there was just a little bit of action, I suppose, compared to what we've been doing. And actually here, the platoon leader noticed that McCullough is about to be attacked. So I'm heading back with the rest of my squad using the squad deploy button to hot drop in using a drop pod and attempt to fortify it, which this next fight is pretty much all in McCullough. It's a fairly decent sized fight. It's not the biggest I've been in, it's definitely not the smallest, but here I am hot dropping in, about to land on the roof. No, I'm not, because I'm a terrible hot drop pilot. Going into the field, gonna try and secure this base with the rest of my squad. It's been a while since I've actually been with my squad like I'm supposed to, because hey, I'm a rebel. And now I'm finally going to get to pull me a Vanguard. I love my Vanguard. It is decently upgraded. It has side armor and a shield, which is one of our special abilities. Right now it's just got I think a HE cannon, which is good against infantry. Not the best against vehicles, but you know, you do what you can. Oh me, I've got a cough. Sorry guys, I've had that cough for a while. Y'all just haven't noticed it because I can pause whenever I want to. So now I'm going to follow a couple of other tanks, or just one. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, we're supposed to actually head off to another base with this armor. And that was a Liberator. It's a bomber, 3-man bomber. I just keep going off on tangents, don't I? Anyways, doing some cross-country with a tank, because that is awesome. And heading out towards the squad waypoint with the rest, or a couple of other tanks. So anyways, taking a quick look at my map, see what's going on. Anyways, I look up and I see this Galaxy flying over. No idea what he's doing. There's a bunch of tanks down on the ground. Get a couple of shots off on him, or the wall, whichever one works. It's hard to do anti-aircraft damage with this kind of a tank gun. The Lightning, which is a single-person tank, actually has a different kind of cannon called a Skyguard, which is a repeating cannon, really good against air vehicles. There, I got the assist for the Galaxy kill. And now the platoon leader actually decides that he wants Charlie to head back towards McCullough and defend against the oncoming TR, which there is a big Zerg head this way. So I, like the good soldier I am, because I'm totally not a rebel. That blizzard was absolutely scrumptious. No, I didn't take a break and go to Dairy Queen. What are you talking about? Anyways, heading back towards McCullough. They've taken this substation up here, which makes it kind of hard for me to actually go where I'm supposed to be going. But eventually I figure out, hey, I can go around this way. And, well, just let you see what happens. And that red triangle you can see up in the upper left corner is actually a landed Galaxy. That is interesting, to say the least. don't usually get a chance to take pot shots at landing galaxies, but this pilot actually left it in a really exposed position, so I move up to get a better shot at it and get some nice damage on it, and there's the kill. Really lucky. Those give a bunch of what was I gonna say? A bunch of experience. And this lightning got a little brave. So, well, bad idea, bud. I had a couple of vanguards there to take care of that threat. Checking at the map again, and we have finally taken enough adjacent corners to where Makala is not cut off, which is fortunate because that would have made defending extremely difficult. But anyways, those two threats taken care of, and finding I can't actually get in from that direction, I head back to the front and see a mosquito flying through the air. Mosquitoes are extremely hard to shoot down, but I switched to my secondary to see if I can get a couple shots off on it, and that's a negative. Anyways, about that time, just watch him try to take him down. That's fairly hard. Anyways, about that time, we finally captured the substation, so I can actually get in, fall into a ditch, because I'm an amazing driver, and head over this way, finally, back into Makala. It's been a while. Not really. It just seems like it has, because I went and took a break at Dairy Queen. But, looks like some TR are trying to take out our generator. That tank pretty well takes care of them, but I go ahead and head over here to try and cut off that exit in case any run on out. Some probably heavy is trying to get a lock on me. It really ticked me off. I'm just like, well, where did it come from? But actually, I see those rockets, which is from the TR special rocket launcher. They have a magazine-fed rocket launcher that locks on, which is bullcrap. Anyways, I see where they're coming from, and I take a quick peek out around, and then get shot at again. So I look up and finally see who's shooting at me. There are a pair of heavies all the way up on the top of Makala. Jerks. Unfortunately, they are rather small targets compared to me. But fortunately, I know I just said unfortunately, but this time it's fortunately, those rockets do not do much to me or to my side armor. You really got to use whichever armor you choose to your advantage. There's side armor, front armor, and top armor, plus mine guard. All of those are really useful if you know how to use them. But of course, that depends on you knowing how to use them. Anyways, heading on further into the tech plant and following that tank until I decide, hey, I'm gonna head in, and then I get shot at. Not sure what's shooting at me. I'm pretty sure it was one of the anti-vehicle turrets up on top. Those are annoying, but anyways, I get down to about half health, and then there comes a max and a heavy trying to shoot at me. Fortunately, I had a couple of Charlie Squad members and blueberries around to help me out, back me up. Go and take a couple pot shots at them, drive them back into cover, and then some hotshot decides, hey, I'm gonna pull a Prowler, which is the TR's tank. It is a double-barrel tank, actually, but shells on that tank don't do as much damage. Anyways, he wasn't the best about positioning it. He actually gets out to repair it, which is a really bad idea when I have a beautiful shot at his rear armor and somebody repairing me. Pardon me. There's the Prowler kill. And just need to clear up a few more infantry that are around here. Shouldn't be that hard, seeing as I actually have a tank. And you don't. Me. Anyways, now that I've pretty well gotten fully repaired, thanks to a couple of friendly engineers, I decided to move forward, get a couple of assists from some of the people I was shooting at, take a break here, check, make sure nobody else decides to pull some prowlers, and then something starts shooting at me. Not sure what, but seeing as I can't find it, I turn tail and run to get away from it. And then pulling out here, which is kind of open to the air, but I wasn't seeing too many mosquitoes or libs out, so I decided to chance it. Got out for a quick bit of repairing, trying to fix up my tank. It takes a while with repair tools, but oh, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, trying to repair, accidentally hit E and got in the tank and fired, which isn't smart. Anyways, got a ribbon there. Not really sure what good those are, besides a little extra bit of XP. But anyways, I got it fully repaired again, and the second time in as many minutes, and start heading out to the platoon waypoint, where it's about to be at. We just got an order for all armor to head to adjacent base. So I placed my personal marker there, seeing as not all of Charlie actually has armor, so our whole squad didn't head there. I just put a personal marker there, which is useful. Those are blue, by the way, if you couldn't tell. And start heading, and then platoon leader decides that, hey, I'm gonna rescind that order. It's only Delta and Bravo armor that are supposed to head there. I pick up a blueberry on my way back for my secondary gunner, which is nice because useful against infantry that get too close, or when you're in a one-on-one fight against another tank, can give you that edge. Anyways, go ahead and head on to the side, following another tank, just circling around the base, making sure there's no sunderers or tanks or anybody camping out, trying to pardon me, trying to hide. Don't really see any. It's nice, calm night patrols. Anyways, following another Charlie member. Just following, trying to get a couple pot shots in. And then see a lightning. Or no, I believe that's a harasser actually, which is a 3-man transport, kind of like a buggy. Anyways, he heads out and disappears around a corner, and there is a whole bunch of TR infantry that I didn't see. Got a kill there, lucky. Pop my shield because there looks like a bunch of infantry there. Get some lightning support, and there's the harasser again. By this time I'm pretty low on health, and a plane crashes into me. Or a mosquito, actually. They're not really planes. Suicides into me and takes me out. Which is unfortunate, but do have a squad beacon there so I can hot drop in. Which I'm fantastic at, don't you know? Anyways, this fight's pretty well wrapping up. This substation is still under TR control, which is why I'm getting hurt for landing on the roof. Jump down off there, try to avoid being seen by any unfriendlies. Doesn't seem like there's much action really going on at this point. Just kind of easy night out. Seems like the TR went out for some tea. But getting close to wrapping up this video, guys. This has been fun. First time doing this kind of stuff. Go ahead and give me any recommendations y'all have on just anything in general, you know, technique, recording software, anything y'all can think of down in the comment section. Oh, I didn't realize I had my anti-infantry turrets, and that's a Sunderer. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See y'all next time.
You've got this. Don't let up. Generator stabilized.
Eyes on a hostile transport vehicle.